and then was it just Eldon that just took the necklace and put it on the other friend? And can't remember if that
I don't
was
remember who
character
did.
or
It was
not.
either you or Josh.
Or was it Killian? Yeah, Killian, the Jack Druid.
Jack Druid. He only worships nature on Sunday.
If you worship nature all the time, then you can't wear like any armor, right?
He kept cursing Gaia.
It's a bad
Screwing
move.
up his rolls and cursing
Yeah.
Gaia.
Cursing guy and wondering why he kept rolling bad. I mean,
That's funny.
To be fair,
Gaia was karma.
maybe he's just at a low point in his relationship with his greater being.
Everyone
All
goes through moments like that, right?
Yeah. All right, is everyone back?
I'm back.
Yep.
Guess who's back?
Who? Who is it? Who is it? Tell me!
Slim Shady.
Ah, Shim Slady.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the fella.
So I've been...
No.
I think the worst thing to happen to me lately is these TikTok short, or not TikTok shorts, but YouTube shorts that exist. I've made it a point. Oh shoot! Sorry, I'm echoey.
Yeah, you just turned down his volume in roll 20.
I turned myself off. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine.
I made it
earlier.
a point not to get TikTok because I've heard it's just like the ultimate get you addicted thing. But now that YouTube Shorts exist, I watch so many of them. And there was one that was like mumble rappers versus Eminem. And I just was like, oh, I love this. This is my favorite thing. So I'm doomed. All right. Let's go into initiative. Let's start it off right.
Parker, I only rolled once because Brandon let me roll at initiative, and then you had me roll at disadvantage. Or sorry, so I rolled once. That's why.
Oh, because you had advantage. Perfect.
From Brandon.
Perfect. Okay. Eldon, what'd you get?
4.
Or Fritz?
16.
16. Kaltog. Cal.
16.
16. Tankbot.
5.
5. Oops, not 52.
Oh, I'll take that.
12.
12. Excellent. All right. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so all of you see, we're going to do this theater of the mind. I'm not going to do battle map. I probably should do battle map, but we're not. So to position everybody accordingly, again, we have Cal and Tankbot at the front, sort of standing at the top of the hill. In the middle of the hill, we have Eldon Knott, shortly, probably about 10 to 15 feet behind. And then we have behind that Fritz casting mage armor. Are you doing ritual or just action?
I don't think it has a ritual.
Mage armor? I think it does.
Nope.
Oh, well, never mind.
Just boop.
Is it instantaneous?
It's just it's a cantrip, isn't it? Or is it first? It's a first level.
First level action.
I
Duration
swear,
8 hours.
I swear it's a ritual, but maybe I'm wrong.
You might be
Okay,
thinking of how warlocks some can do it
Maybe.
anytime, like a cantrip.
Anyway, you see, so Cal and Tankbot, you see approaching you what appear to be 6 of these giant creatures coming your way, giant bug-like wasp creatures flying your way. The first one flies up to, let's roll a d20 on this and see who it attacks.
I forgot I have the light cantrip we were facing last night.
Okay, it attacks Kaltog. It takes a sting at you. That is going to be a 16 16 to hit.
Miss.
Excellent. So it flies up. You, I guess you're only wielding your hammer, right?
I'm gonna say my hammer's not in my hand yet.
Excellent.
I just kind of was running forward and trying to see what's going on.
So you run forward, and as the stinger reaches out to you, you just bring up an arm and smack its butt before it's even able to get to you. It doesn't pierce any skin. And that'll be it for its turn. We're going to have Fritz. You're going to be up first. Cal, you'll be up after that. So, Fritz, you're currently at the bottom of the hill. You've seen one of these creatures go up and attempt to sting Cal. You do have mage armor cast on yourself. What do you want to do?
Can I see the rest of them?
You do not from you're at a lower, kind of in the valley. You hear them, but you do not see them. You know there's
Okay.
more.
I will start running towards them, try and get close enough to see what's going on.
Okay, you can get probably with your movement, you can get, because you are running uphill, you can probably get just behind Kaltog and Tankbot. You can see probably 3 or 4 of these wasp-like creatures out there.
Can I cast sleep and maybe try to hit some of them without hitting the group?
Yeah, so are you trying to target the one that's engaged with Kaltog or the ones that are behind Kaltog?
I
Tankbot?
wouldn't want to hit the one that's hitting Kaltog because I'd probably sleep him. So I'd
Perfect. Yeah, just
Yeah.
go for it. That's great.
be aiming for the other one.
Yeah, excellent. Do it.
All right. I can just use this thing now, can I? Do this. Whoa.
Ah! Nope, that's not gonna work. You gotta roll 5d8.
It's not what that does. Okay, I'll just roll 5d8. 21.
Very nice. All right, you see as one of the wasps it's flying towards drops to the ground and falls. However, the other ones, one of them looks to appear to kind of like wobble a bit in the air, but it continues to, for lack of a better word, beeline towards all of you. Anything else you want to do? Bonus action?
Nope, that's it.
Cal, you're up. We will have Knott, you'll be on deck. So there's currently one engaged with you, Cal. The others are behind. One of them has fallen asleep.
I will look at not the one that is attacking me, but the rest of them as well,
Excellent.
and I'll say, "That's a good idea," and I'll cast sleep as well.
Excellent. Go for it. 17. Okay, 21 plus 17. I know it doesn't work this way, but I love it so much I'm going to rule it this way. It's a total of 38, right? Okay, so you see the one that was wobbling and running towards you. It passes out and goes unconscious. In addition, one next to it drops and falls unconscious as well. You do see... so now 3 of them are unconscious on the ground. One of them is with you. There are 2 more behind it that are making their way towards you. But you have now 3 of them are incapacitated on the ground asleep.
Bonus action, I'd like to give a thumbs up to Fritz.
Sorry, that's not a bonus action. You can't do it.
Dang it! All right.
Instead, you flip him off.
I get the wrong finger. Oh.
That felt very unnecessary. We're all on a team here.
That's all I got.
You see a giant thumbs up, but the thumb is so big it looks like a middle finger to you. All right. One of the wasps that is currently... You see 2 of them on the ground. I forget how sleep works. It just lasts for a minute, right?
Well, I just posted all of it.
Oh, shoot. You're right. I forgot.
I think it just lasts. Yeah, it lasts for a minute.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay, you see 2 of them kind of... Oh, sorry, what?
If something tries to wake it up, then it can be like use an action to wake it up, you can wake it up, but it's probably
Yeah.
not smart enough to do that.
This wasp goes up and says, Michael, wake up, man! Wake up! No, he doesn't.
Come on! Get back into this!
Dude, what are you doing? What are you doing, dude?
Can't leave me alone out here!
No, unfortunately, that does not happen. What happens is you see two of them begin to like twitch, kind of like a dog in its sleep, almost like they're having a bad dream. One of them, though, continues forward, one behind, continues forward, is able to make it up. This one goes to Tankbot, and it's going to try to sting you.
You can try.
It can try. It's probably not going to work. 16.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
All right, it ends up connecting with your outer plating, but doesn't pierce at all. You're able to resist the effects of the sting. Lacotte, you're up. Tankbot, you're on deck, kind of.
And I'm near Tankbot,
Yeah, so you see
so there's a
two of
wasp
them.
near me.
One is engaged with Tankbot, one is engaged with Cal, and you are watching both these things happen.
How close is the wasp to me?
Probably
I
about
hope not.
10 or 15 feet.
Oh, good. Okay, I like that. And I'm sorry, Orient. So like, I don't know.
No, theater of the mind is tough, so we're gonna do this.
Tankbot's like a little to my side, and Cal is up in front of me or something because I was
Yeah.
running his direction.
Imagine you're facing their butts or their backs. Like you're
My
at a
butt,
little
yeah.
lower of an elevation running up the hill, but you see them both there engaged in combat with these wasps.
Okay, well, since there is a wasp near me, I will use a bonus action to rage,
Excellent.
and I hold up my cockatrice talisman, and I scream something in grung that roughly translates to "Cockatrice chicken, give me strength," and then I start. My skin is like bubbling and foaming, and I'm raging, and I back up a little bit from Tankbot so that I'm like 30 feet away from the cockatrice.
So you go to the bottom of the hill. I'll say you can still get a pretty clean shot at it from down there.
Can I go more like laterally, like to the side of the hill, so that I
Cool.
don't?
Yeah, perfect. You kind of skirt around the edge. That's excellent. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'd rather do that, and then I'm gonna shoot at that
Okay.
cockatrice
Go for
with
it.
my bow. Let's see if this link is working. Otherwise, I will. Does it show up? I don't know what you guys did, but okay, never mind. I'll just roll 20.
20,
good,
very
it's better
nice.
over here anyway.
That hits.
All
Roll your
right,
damage.
20. And this is a poison arrow. So it needs to succeed DC 12's Constitution, but here's regular damage.
Okay, Constitution.
5.
That's a 1 for a Constitution save.
Yay! Grung poison is 2d4 damage.
Roll
and
that.
I'll roll that now. 6.
6. Okay.
Good
you
roll.
You see, as you wind up and you shoot this wasp in the side, it sticks right into its thorax, and you see it kind of like gets a little bit woozy, and it sort of like stiffens up from the poison that it's been affected with, and it looks very, very injured from that shot. It's still standing, but it looks incredibly hurt at this point.
Great. And so that was my action and bonus action, and that will be my turn.
Excellent. All right. You see another one of those unconscious wasps kind of twitch in its sleep. And then Tankbot, it's your turn, and Eldon, you're on deck.
All right, so how many of them? So there's how many sleeping?
One of them is currently engaged with you.
Okay.
And there are 3 sleeping. One of them is still up and it's further away, and one is engaged with Cal to your right.
I guess I'll just swing at the one that I'm engaged with my mace.
Excellent. 17, that hits. Roll damage. 4, very nice. You take a swing at this one. You connect with the mace. It's still standing. It appears to be doing okay, but you do connect pretty solidly with it.
Sweet.
Bonus action
nobody
movement.
else on my team got hurt at all, right? From what I remember.
No one's gotten hurt, right?
Yeah. Okay. And I'll be done. I don't need
Ex-
to cast anything.
Excelente. The last wasp, it begins to foam at the mouth a bit, and it flies forward in front of its other unconscious friends on top of them, and it spits this sort of spray out. And I need Tankbot and Cal, and Knott, you moved around, but Eldon, you're still on the hill, right?
Yeah.
I need Tankbot and Cal to make dexterity saving throws. Eldon, you make one as well with advantage.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice. Well done. Okay, you see as this spray sort of emits out, it's like a stream almost. Fritz, you're okay. You weren't in the spray.
That was an accident.
That's okay.
That's
Oh,
spell
you
attack
spell
for your
attack.
dexterity save.
No, I pushed there's a cool button on this thing now, and I pushed the button, and I did that.
You should never not push the button, you know? So all of you are able to dodge out of it. You get some of it on you. Each of you take 2 points of acid damage, but you're able to dodge the majority of this hit.
Acid damage. That's not
Most part.
poison. Dang it.
It's not poison, it's acid. All right, Eldon, you will be up. Fritz, you'll be on deck. Currently, as things stand, there is... I'm trying to think. I can't remember which wasp got hurt worst.
The one that I was engaged
one
with
that
got hit by
Cal-
me.
I thought it was the one Cal was engaged with. Was that
Oh, I don't
wrong?
know. I missed Cal's turn, so I don't know what he did.
I didn't hit the one that I was
No,
engaged with, so I don't think.
did.
Oh, okay.
Oh, was he shooting the one? Okay.
No, I was shooting the one by Tankbot.
Okay, sorry, my
Sorry.
apologies. So Tankbot has one that's injured pretty badly in front of him. Cal has one in front of him that appears to be fine. That's what you can see from your position on the hill, where you are.
Great. I'm gonna try and find a place to hide. Are there any places to hide?
It's pretty open. It's tough to find a place to hide. You can make a stealth check, but it's going to be very, very difficult to try to hide from these wasps.
Okay, never mind. I will just kind of step. Just move a little away from the group.
Yep.
But still within range.
Yeah.
To shoot. And
Okay.
I'll do a sneak attack on the one that is engaging with Tankbot.
Okay, that's the one that's injured. You can go ahead and roll that. 7. Unfortunately, you are trying to not hit Tankbot, so you aim a little bit to the left, and it zooms past Tankbot, not connecting with the wasp engaged in front.
Okay. Alright, that's it.
Bonus action, movement, or you moved a little bit down.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. All right, Fritz, you'll be up, and then Cal after that. However, before that, we currently have this wasp in front. It's going to attempt to sting Tankbot again. That's a total of 20 to hit. Sean, does that hit? 20?
I believe that hits him.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, 20 hits. You take 5 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Is it like a poison or something?
It is a poison.
Okay, I have an advantage on that.
Excellent.
Sorry. Constitution saving throw. Sorry, I wasn't by my computer.
12. 21, very nice. You feel as it stings you, you do take 5 points of piercing. However, the poison that enters your body, you're able to resist most of it for the most part. You think it could do a lot worse. You do take 5 points of poison damage.
I have
but-
resistance to poison, so that
So you take 2 points of poison damage. But you know that this poison would have more effects than just doing like damage to you. You feel that it would affect your state of being in a pretty decent way.
okay. That sounds fun.
Yeah, that'll be it. Fritz, you're up. Cal, you're on deck.
Fritz will try to fireball the one that looks most damaged.
Fireball or firebolt?
Firebolt.
Okay, excellent. I was like, oh boy, here we go.
You're in trouble when I get fireball.
I know. All right, roll that damage.
The cot's
Roll
already
that
been
hit.
burnt, literally.
22 to hit. Nice. I'm so confused by this new program. Very nice. Roll your damage. You connect with that.
Oh, I can just click the button.
8.
Eight.
Very nice. As you see Fritz cast this fireball in his hand and he shoots it off. It connects with connects with the head. The head kind of turns to ash and disintegrates as the wasp falls dead to the ground
Cool.
beneath. Bonus
And
action
that's my turn.
movement.
Movement. That's a good idea. I don't know. I'd probably try to position myself, away a little bit from whatever's left.
Okay,
And maybe put other people between me and it.
Very nice. All right, Cal, you are up.
Time to pull out the sleep stick. I'll pull out the warhammer and I'll try to smack the wasp that I'm engaged with.
Sleep is one word for it.
You're like the Sandman. You have a sleep theme.
13
13.
connects. Roll your damage. 13?
Oh, wow. No, it was one-handed because I do have a shield in my other, so it's 10.
10. Wow, that's still pretty decent. So you pull out your one-handed hammer. That's what it was?
Yeah, it's a warhammer, but it looks like a big mallet, basically.
So you smack into the side of this creature. You feel its outer exoskeleton crunch and crumble beneath your blow, and this blue sort of ooze begins to stream out of it, and it lets out sort of this like screech as you hit it. It looks incredibly hurt at this point.
That's it for my turn.
Excellent. Bonus action or movement?
Nope.
Okay. All right. You see the two on the ground are still twitching, having their nightmare, but the one in front of you is going to attempt to sting you. That is a crit.
I will use my reaction to turn that into a normal attack.
Very nice. So you will take, instead of 10 points of piercing damage,
Yikes.
you will take 5 points of piercing damage.
This is still not going to be good.
And you
I
have
maybe
to
should
make
have
a-
used a different feature.
And you have to make a Constitution saving throw. $16. Excellent. You resist the poison. You do take 5 points of poison damage, but you do feel that it could be much, much worse.
But it doesn't feel that it could be much, much worse as I go unconscious.
Oh, excellent. So
Oh my gosh.
you have a moment
I only
where
had 10 hit points, so
you see your vision begins to blur.
Oh
a
yeah,
bit.
you're level 1, aren't you?
yeah.
Oh, I forgot. You're level 1. What am I doing hiding behind you?
You see, Cal, as
He's
your
a big
vision
man.
blurs a bit, it ends up focusing back into a single image, and as it does, everything goes black, and you fall to the ground unconscious.
Okay.
All right, Lacotte, you're up. Tankbot, you're semi on deck. So as
Okay,
things currently
well-
stand, there's one engaged with a dead Kaltog over top. It's looking towards Tankbot at this point, and you saw some sort of misty poisonous spray come over the hill. You can't really get a good look at what it's causing it from the side.
Okay. How far am I away from the first wasp, and how far away will I be? Well, maybe. Okay. Yeah. How far away am I from the first wasp that I can see? I cannot see the other one over the hill that's still flying. Is that correct?
No, not from where you are. You're probably about 20, 25 feet away from that wasp that's engaged with Kaltog.
Okay. I run up and using my, as I run, you hear, but then also through my, frog mouth, you hear this strange, eagle screech come through as well, and then it's like this eagle screech as I try to stab the first wasp guy.
Hey,
Right,
the guy
so
that's standing over Kaltog's unconscious body. Go ahead and roll that.
all right, this is finesse attack 12.
12. You go to hit this, and it dodges out of the way, but you manage to adjust your blow at the last second, just glancing onto this thing.
Oh,
you can
sweet.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay, and it is poison checking.
Excellent. So it will get a... It's not going to particularly matter, I don't think, but... It rolled a natural 20.
Okay, so no poison, but I do 5 damage.
Okay, very nice. That 5 damage is actually enough to kill it. As you smack in and glance it, you cut off its legs, and the hit that it's already sustained from Kaltog, that's enough to bleed this sucker out, and it drops to the ground and dies.
Yes. Dang. Well. Okay, so 2-weapon fighting uses a bonus action, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
melee
and I-
bonus,
so
melee bonus action,
now-
right?
yeah. Well, what do you mean melee bonus action?
Because to use your offhand, right? That's a melee.
Yeah, I was gonna. So with my eagle totem, how far away am I from the next flying wasp?
Yeah, so the wasp that's up is probably about 20 to 25 feet away from where you are right now.
Great. I'll just run up to it, and my bonus is, I guess, this dash as a bonus.
Very nice. Very nice.
But I'll get all up in its face and just scream again. One of those eagle screams coming out of a frog mouth, which kind of, startles everybody. But yeah, I like Naruto run with the swords behind, behind my back and everything. And so then I just I'll square up in front of this other wasp, and that's my turn.
Man, the guy can't learn common, but he can learn eagle. What's up with that? Very nice. You see as this sort of primal power engages over Knott as he runs swiftly, slashes this creature down, and then runs far faster than you think he could with his little legs and engages with this other wasp that's staring at all of you. With that, the wasp is going to attempt to sting Knott. That's an 8 to hit.
Nope.
Very nice. Okay, that'll be it. Tankbot, you are up. There are 2 dead wasps sitting in front of you and Cal. There is one that is alive in front of Knott. Off to the side of it are 3 unconscious wasps. What are you doing?
So I'll go up to the one that's alive.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go up to it, and then I'll just try and hit it.
Very nice. Is that a crit?
20.
No, 20.
No,
Unnatural 20.
Yeah, it's 16. Yeah.
Okay,
It's a
roll
dirty 20.
damage. That definitely hits.
5.
5. Excellent. You see as this mechanical creature slowly comes up and just reaches up an arm and smacks it in the side.
And then for my bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word on Brandon. Oh, Brendan.
On Cal?
What's his
Cal.
name? Cal.
Cal, you feel.
Cal.
I guess what does it feel like to be healed by this robot creature?
I use my. I'm a forge cleric, so it feels like the fire of the forge, with just that heat and this, yeah. And then just feel that deep inside and get a little hit points back.
So you feel the pouring of molten metal enter your heart, and then you feel the hammers hitting and forging this thing back into
Jeez.
a living thing, and that's enough to bring your beating heart. It ends up echoing with the beats of your heart, and you feel yourself revive. You are prone, however, you have 4 hit points.
Nice.
All right. Eldon, you are up. You can't currently see the wasp, I think, from where you are. The one that's still up. But there are 2 dead wasps in front.
Cool.
Fritz, you're on
I'll try and move to a place where I have a good vantage on the
Yeah,
wasp.
I think you could probably skirt around it. You get a decent shot on it if you're using a ranged weapon. You can't get within melee, but you can do ranged for sure.
Sweet. If I were to try and sneak, would that be an action in itself?
Yeah, give me a stealth. Do you have bonus action stealth? If
I
you-
have cunning action. I can use to dash, disengage, or hide.
Yeah, so give me a stealth check as a bonus action if you want to do that. Otherwise, it would be an action to try to hide.
Okay. Yeah. Here we go with the stealth check.
11? Okay, I got to roll on this, actually. So let's see. Straight D20. You see as you begin to creep around the side, the wasp sort of glances at you. It notices you out of its peripheral. You know that you're not hidden from this wasp as you attempt to hide from it. So you're not unseen, but you would have sneak attack because it is engaged with something.
Okay. I'll go ahead and shoot my bow.
No advantage, unfortunately. 14 connects. You can roll that damage.
Okay. 3.
3. Is that plus sneak attack?
Oh, I do get sneak attack?
You do because it's engaged with Tankbot
Oh, that's right.
and Knott.
That's right. 7.
7. Excellent. As you kind of poorly attempt to sneak around, you end up finding a sweet spot, and the arrow connects right through where the head and the thorax meet of this creature, and it's just cleanly goes through, and the creature falls dead at the feet of everybody.
Oh, nice.
So, we're kind of out of initiative and kind of still in initiative because we do have these 3 unconscious wasps. What is anybody going to try to do with these 3 unconscious wasps on the ground? You have a minute, essentially, to try something.
I would like to jump 15 feet in the air with both of my swords drawn, give an eagle scream, and try to attack as I drop down on a sleeping wasp.
Okay, excellent. You can give me an attack roll with advantage for that.
Attack with advantage. Alright, 21. That's
21.
the first. And then this is... So I'm assuming my jump was my movement. Like, is this legal in your mind?
Yeah, we'll count that. That's fair. You can roll both with advantage.
And so then this is second attack. As a bonus action.
So, both of them connect. You get a crit on the second one.
Okay, first damage is 4,
Okay,
and
you can
are
either
we doing
roll twice or double it? You choose for the second one.
Isn't it for on an unconscious creature, any melee hit counts as a crit?
You're right. I forgot. It is an automatic crit.
Oh.
So let's You can roll again.
I'll
or
just
we
roll another d6.
double that one
to
if
add
you
to
want.
that. Might be
Brandon.
metagaming, but I'm gonna roll a different one.
No, that's fair. I
so
forgot it.
4
Whoa,
plus 4
look
is
at that!
8.
Yes, that's a total of 8 damage on one, and then here's your double
Are we
crit.
Are we checking poison while we're at it? While
Yeah,
I'm.
go for it. Let's
So
try
you
on
Constitution
11.
has to be 12. So poison is 6.
6. Very nice. That is you skewer, you connect, and you get through most of you slash across the abdomen of this creature, and then you see as the poison enters, its entrails begin to turn black and wither and die as the poison
Sweet.
seeps in, and it's gonzo.
So that's my attack. If anyone else wants to do other stuff.
Yeah, so Tankbot and Eldon, is there anything you guys would like to do? Oh, Eldon, you just went, right?
Yeah.
I apologize. So Fritz and Cal, is there anything you would like to do?
So Cal will. I mean, he just barely comes to and looks around. Is everybody okay? And sees that everybody is. And he'll hold a spell, a cantrip, for if one gets hit and wakes up but doesn't die from the damage, to add some damage to it.
Excellent. So if one wakes up, does not die, Cal will cast a cantrip to try to kill
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Perfect. Speaking of, Fritz, is there anything you would like to do? I know you're kind of behind. You can't really see what's happening from your vantage point. You'd have to try to get up on top of the hill if you wanted to see. There are 2 dead wasps in front of, I guess, Cal at this point, who's woken up.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to run up towards the top of the hill.
Okay, you see those 2 wasps are still asleep, the ones that you and Cal had both kind of combined to put to rest.
And I'm going to copy what Brandon did exactly.
Okay, holding a spell if one of them wakes up. Okay, excellent. Let's go to Tankbot then. You're currently standing over these 2 sleeping wasps. It appears that Knott has slain one of them. There are 2 more. What would you like to do?
Well, in my eyes, they don't seem threatening at all. So I'll just kind of watch until something threatening happens. They're sleeping.
Excellent.
They're not threatening me.
Be sleep. Good.
So if one of them wakes up and attempts to do something threatening, then you
Then
will
I'll cast
attack
Toll
it.
the Dead.
Okay. Toll the Dead, is you're holding a spell?
Yeah.
Okay. Just as a heads up, anybody that's holding spell slots, if you're using a spell slot to hold, not a
Toll the Dead's
cantrip,
Yeah,
then you'll lose
I'm
it.
holding the exact same cantrip. Toll the Dead.
Excellent.
I'm also holding Toll the Dead.
You can't do it.
Don't tell me what I can't do.
That's true. You might be multi-classing into cleric.
That's what I'm doing for my turn. I'm multi-classing into cleric.
Oh, what is this interesting thing about the moon goddess? I will learn about this.
Just pulling like a book out of a satchel on his hip.
Very
Oh,
hard
I
to
read that book.
Moon Maiden's pretty legit. Like, I could tell you all about it. So anytime.
It's very hard to
Bruv.
learn about the moon in midday. All right, Eldon, are you doing anything? You do see these 2 unconscious wasps on the ground.
Are they? I think I'll just walk away.
Okay, cool. All right.
Meanwhile, Knott, if no one's doing anything, I am full on raging. I'm just tearing
I love it.
through wasps
Yeah.
and gurgling through the slime and
Yeah, give me
going like bubbly
your,
gremlin skin.
give me 2 attack rolls.
All right, attack number 1.
Oh, a nat crit.
Roll this.
Both your attacks.
Or do I? So okay. Technically, my second attack is always a bonus action, so it's taking my turn out. I don't know if that matters. to
You
anyone
don't
else.
have to do it then. I apologize. If you don't want to do it, then don't.
Well, let's see how this one goes. And so I will roll 2d6 plus what were my attacks? Sorry. 3.
Nice,
Is an
okay.
8 and
Yeah,
check for poison or
Yeah, just roll your second attack as well. You kill this one, roll your second attack.
so and okay, bonus action I step over and whatcha! Oh no.
11?
I get advantage because he's laying there.
Good point.
12.
12!
That's just enough, right?
Yeah, at the last second you correct and you end up
A
connecting.
little sloppy,
So
but
all of you see as Lecoq, he jumps from this hill and he just stabs both his weapons into one of them. Its guts spill out and turn black and wither and die. And then he reaches out and slashes one and then slashes the other, kind of just like in like double, like comes down and like goes across. And same thing, their guts just spill out. And both of them look incredibly dead. And we'll exit initiative at that point in time.
I'll pick up my arrows.
Okay, you get half of them back. Some of them have broken.
Fritz will turn to Cal and say, I told you it was pretty dangerous.
Yeah, that was. Whoa. That hurt.
We
Yeah,
haven't even found our dungeon yet.
You guys are tough. And you guys see that Cal's kind of like limping along. Okay.
One of them got you in the thigh, and it
Yeah.
just kind of stings a bit.
I don't know if I can stay in the front, but I don't want you guys to die. You're so small.
I understand enough to say, Lecoq strong! Lecoq fight!
I'm not worried about you, friend.
And
What's next?
Okay, so, let's have. I guess, are you guys doing anything with the wasps, or are you just moving on and trying to head towards the treasure?
I mean, is it worth taking them?
quick perception just to see if there's anything worth in the slime, or is it?
Are you looking for something of like gold value?
I mean, like, I guess that poison, like, is it like worth it to try and collect like do they have poison glands or something? I don't know how that works.
Yeah, good question. Let's just do a medicine or investigation check on that. Anyone that's looking for poison of some sort or
I'm just gonna put a wasp head on top of my javelin and start like marching around the group
I am
and
not
singing
able
Lecoq
to
strong,
figure it out.
Lecoq strong, Lecoq strong, and I like dance in front of Fritz like Lecoq strong, Lecoq strong.
Look out, strong! Look out, strong! Look out, strong!
I always like how Fritz is my happy little friend, and he is the only nice dry skin.
he's your hype man.
I'll stash some wasp meat for my chicks.
Yeah, give me a medicine check to try to do that.
Wasp
Ben,
meat.
as long as you live, did you ever imagine you'd say the sentence, I'd like to stash some wasp meat for my chicks?
Okay, so you're just taking the meat
No.
out, not the. Actually, here I'll say this: you were able to get some of the wasp thorax, and you get it so that you cleanly cut it. It's just perfect. You also recognize that you could harvest some of this poison if you had some sort of container to put it in,
Oh, interesting.
but you have to be quick because it's spilling out.
Okay, yeah, let me just see if I have a container.
Also, who's not harvesting things from the wasps?
I'm
Fritz
not.
probably isn't.
Okay, so
Me-
Cal and
yeah, me
Fritz,
neither,
give me
except
perception
for-
checks.
I'm dancing around. I'm not harvesting. I mean, I cut off a wasp head, but it was just for funsies.
You already had cut it off, so I'm not. I'm gonna count that as doing something.
Oh, okay.
I believe I have like a quill and an ink bottle. I'll just dump the ink out and fill it with poison.
Excellent. Okay, so you see as Eldon just like pours this black ink all over the ground and begins like scooping up this ooze eking out from the wasp. Okay, so
Nice.
Cal and Fritz, I'll add that to your inventory later. Just make a note, Ben, that you have wasp venom essentially.
Cool.
Both Cal and Fritz, you hear what appears to be footsteps and whistling. And it appears to be getting closer, but you don't see anything.
Can I
Let's-
pop
let's-
into the eyes of Archimedes and pop up a little bit?
Yep. Cal, you doing anything?
So I know what direction it's coming from.
Yeah, it's coming from it's coming from the same way that the wasps came from, actually, the southeast.
I will just start walking in that direction. I'll put my warhammer away.
Okay, cool. So Fritz, as you enter Archimedes, you fly up into the air, and you see Cal begin to walk in the direction of this sound. Fritz, you see it before Cal does, just barely. You see there is what looks to be a man walking towards you with a giant pack on his back, and he's dressed in all black. And he's walking towards your party. Cal, you see this shortly after. You see this man crest over this hill. He appears to be very nondescript, but he's dressed in all black with a giant pack on his back, and he's walking towards you.
Well, Heidi ho there, neighbor-rooney.
As you say that, he sort of like jumps. He goes, "Oh, what? Huh? What? Hello. I didn't expect you to be alive. I guess. What?
I almost wasn't.
Oh, did you
Yeah.
meet the wasps?
Yeah. You know the wasps?
I mean, we're not on speaking terms, but
You know the wasps.
I'll just
They
say
were
that-
not friendly.
No, and that's actually why I followed them, because I know that where wasps go, stuff seems to follow. So I've the wasps in the past I've seen seem to leave a trail of wonderful goods behind them, if you understand what I'm saying.
Well, you're behind them. You're the stuff that's following.
Oh, that seems to be a matter of perspective. I view you as behind them, and I'm in front.
Oh, I don't follow.
He says, well, are you the only one out there? Or are there one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe there's four of you? Is there one, maybe there's one, maybe there's two, maybe there's three, maybe there's four. I don't know, maybe one, I think I got one, I think I got one, I got two, is there one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe four? How many over there are you again?
I don't think I heard you.
Oh, sorry.
But there's a No, you said a lot of numbers. There's something like 4 of us, which
okay.
might mean 5.
Oh, so 4 to the 5 to the 6, maybe that's 4, maybe 5, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe
Hey,
6,
you
maybe
said
4,
other
maybe 5,
numbers.
maybe 4,
Let's have you come count. How about that?
Oh, yeah, excellent. I would love you to introduce me to future clients. That'd be wonderful. And he begins to follow you.
I'll show him back to where we were at.
Okay, so all of you see as Kaltog begins to crest the hill that you were on, followed by a man dressed in all black with a giant pack on his back. Fritz, as they were coming back, you saw this happen. Was there anything that you would like to do?
I might just be looking around a little bit to see if there's anybody with him, if there's somebody following him. You know,
Yeah.
just trying to scout the general area around him.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, actually. It looks like he's just kind of wandering on his own. There doesn't appear to be anything else around.
Okay. And yeah, I'd probably fly back to Fritz and pop back in.
Okay. So all of you see as Cal makes his way forward, followed by this man dressed in black.
I'm just like chanting, "Look out strong," and like occasionally lifting up the spear above my head, like sand people style, just like bleh, letting out barbarous rage screams. And then when I see a new friend, I just run up and I stick the wasp head in his face, and I just say, "Look out strong."
As you stick it right into
You
his
friend?
face,
You friend?
you go up and you stick it in his face, and he is unflinching. He just like smiles. He says, "Oh, well, aren't you something? Tell me, do you come from the Smoky Island?"
Should I do an insight check?
Go for it.
I gotta program this one because I'm using it more than I thought. Alright, here we go.
3.
Ooh, bad.
You do not understand anything. You just know that he's standing there smiling at you.
Yeah, I just repeat what I said. You friend?
He looks around and he goes, he looks around to the rest of you and he goes, "I may not, I guess any of the rest of you, maybe the 4, maybe the 5, maybe the 6, maybe the 4, maybe the 5, 5, 5, do I got 5, 5, 5, do I got 5, 5, maybe the 4, maybe the 5, maybe the 5, 5, 5, 6, 6, this is the 5 of you, I see 5 of you. Have any more information for me? I don't seem to be able to talk to this guy."
I'll walk up next to Lacot. You seem to know your way around the natural fauna of this land. Where'd you learn your stuff?
Oh. Well, you are quite the perceptive individual, my friend. I have been around a long time. I remember the old days. However, business has been good. You're right. I travel around. The name is Mark. Mark IT, if you must know the fullness of it.
Good to meet you, Mark IT.
Oh,
Eldon.
good to meet you, Eldon. I travel around and I search far and wide for, I guess, valuables to be sold and bought. Anything that I can fetch a fair price for, I will do so. Business has been good lately, I will say.
Well, it may be your lucky day, as I do have a rare beast that is, I think you may be interested in.
A rare beast? What might this be?
I'll open up.
You are not allowed to sell the cot.
Oh no, another one. I'll open up my backpack and kind of like dump out the angry chick onto the ground.
So Eldon just turns his bag upside down and shakes it a bit, and a couple things fall out, and then 2 chirping birds fall and hit and start like squawking and running around on the ground. And he goes, "Oh, sorry, what?"
Yeah, and I'll scoop up the nice one, but I'll be like, this little guy, he's for sale. The one on the ground still.
The one on the ground. Oh, so you have one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe one. I see one, maybe one, maybe one, two, maybe one. There's one cockatrice for sale, it appears. What about the other one? How much,
Can I ask why you say that like that?
say what, like what?
I don't. The what about da.
I don't know what you mean.
That's-
What you say to me sounds like wubba-da bubba wubba-da bubba-da.
That's what you said, though. I just repeated exactly what you said.
Yeah, but I repeated what you said.
No. Okay. I don't understand.
All right, Mark. I'll sell you this little angry bird for 50 blah 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 60 blah 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 70 blah blah gold.
Oh, now this guy's speaking my language. Go
Cal's
ahead.
just like blinking, not understanding what's going on.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check with advantage.
All right. Persuasion.
Nice, 18. He goes, ooh. Seems like a high price for one, maybe two, maybe three, maybe one, maybe two, maybe
Just one.
three. But, tell you what, if you give me one of them, I'll give you 30, maybe 40, maybe 30, maybe 40, maybe 30 gold. However, if you give me two, sweeten the deal and give you 90, maybe 100, maybe 110, maybe 100, maybe 95 gold pieces for the pair.
95.
Well, he said maybe 100, so that feels like he would be willing to accept that as fair trade.
I don't remember saying that.
I think I picked up on that part.
I do love this little guy. It would be so hard for me to part with him, but for 100 gold, I could do it.
Oh. I see.
Wow, too easy.
See, you both are businessmen. 100 gold. 100, maybe 100, maybe 100, maybe 90, maybe 95. 100 gold sold for the two cockatrice babies. I'll give it to you.
Sweet.
He holds out a pouch. And he like kind of counts some gold real quick and then just puts it into a pouch and holds it out to you.
Well, I thank you, sir. I think you'll find these to be very, very rewarding little chicks to have with you.
I think so as well. I know many a people that would be interested in things such as these. Tell me, all of you, it's been a while since I've seen... You're not from around these parts, I think. Except maybe your frog friend.
Yeah,
No.
we're all from different places. Mostly we just met in Whitewall. You familiar with it?
You come from the White Wall. I am
We do.
familiar, but I do not make many expeditions to such a place.
You can write your name on a wall. It's cool.
You should,
Yeah.
you should
I-
see Fritz's name. It's quite
Ah.
impressive.
Are you telling us that our frog friend here, is from this side of the wall?
Well, maybe I've seen others like him, but I don't know. I never go back your way to the east side of things. It's too, how you say, hoity-toity. For me, I prefer the excitement and adventure of the west. But I've made my way around many places, and I have seen some like him.
Where was I?
On the Smoky Island, of course. Have you been to the Smoky Island?
I'm afraid not. Could you give us directions, maybe?
Oh, you all are greenhorns, it appears. A bunch
I've
of...
not have even seen an ocean,
You haven't seen an ocean?
let alone an island. That sounds fun.
Do you know what an island is?
I know what an island is.
Well, if you want to find more of your friend and find out where he comes from, you may be able to speak with him better than I. You simply must travel to the north across the Great Bridge, and there is a great lake that eventually leads to a boiling channel. Cross the boiling channel, and you will land yourselves on the smoky island. I have seen many creatures on there, none the which look like your friend, your frog friend here.
That bridge seems like I've seen a picture of that before. You say it's to the north?
You haven't been to the bridge?
No.
Oh,
Not yet.
you all are very new to this, I can tell. You probably won't last long. Most of you don't. But yes.
Probably not.
You are correct.
What makes the island smoky? Is there a volcano, or is it just prone to fire?
Oh, you are smarter than you appear, my giant friend.
That's not nice
It's not
to
mean.
say. Yes, it is. It's saying I look dumb.
Oh, sorry. You are not as dumb as you look. Is that better?
I don't know.
Okay. Yes, there is a red molten fire that flows from the peak of this island. It's essentially one giant fiery mountain. However, surrounding it, there's a dense, thick jungle forest that you must cross before going. However, I will say I've never gone onto the mountain itself. Not good business.
You're a forge I could build there.
Are you familiar with the coastline of the island? Would you be able to draw it?
Oh, the coastline. Draw it, you say? What do you mean by that?
You take a piece of, like a stick or something, and you scrape things into the ground to make them look like something else. Like an abstract representation.
Oh, I see. Let me think. Hold on. Yes, okay. I remember a time there were other people, adventurers just like yourselves, that asked me something similar. How much would it cost?
Mostly, you see, our friend here, he doesn't exactly speak common. And I was hoping that if maybe you could quickly scratch the shape of the island out in the dirt here, and we have him look at it if he could recognize it.
Ooh, that's a good question. You know, even though he may not speak common, there's a language that might even be more common than common. And he holds out his hand and does this.
Sign language?
Of a sort.
Bribery?
Oh, bribe. That's a good word. I like that word.
Bribery.
That's a good word. It might be, maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe 30, maybe 20, maybe 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 10 gold pieces.
For you to draw as a map on the a picture of a...
Well, you just told me to draw a coastline.
Yes, I was simply curious.
Tell you what, you find a price that I'm available to, and I will tell you what some of the major... You've not crossed the bridge yet?
No, we have not.
Tell you what.
No.
10 gold pieces for each question that you might have regarding the layout of the area.
Do you like adventuring, or do you like just taking advantage of adventurers?
Advantage?
Yeah.
Can I see if I understand, that we're talking about a map at all, or? a bridge, what a bridge is. I'm just like smiling and nodding,
You
but
can make
And
an
I think
insight check.
I think once he starts trying to like make us pay for it, I'm just gonna walk away from him and go over to Lacotte and start trying to, as best I can, draw an island in the dirt,
Okay.
and then maybe put like a mountain on it with smoke coming out of it.
Tell you what, let's do this. Let's have Lacotte, you got a 17 on your insight?
yeah.
Okay, Fritz, I'm gonna have you make a history check. You can just make a history check.
Sorry, I was putting the kids to bed. I just got back. Who is this guy?
We don't know.
His name's Mark.
It's Mark.
Mark.
He thinks to know a lot, and he wants us to pay him money to tell us where stuff.
Does he sell stuff?
Oh yeah.
21, excellent.
Well, I don't know. Actually,
And
he buys
stuff. Yeah.
His name is Market. I'm assuming he sells stuff.
Jameson figured out my ploy.
Yeah.
Brandon got it too. Okay. You guys haven't figured out. I have one other hidden secret that no one's figured out yet. At least not. They haven't told me. So I'm excited.
About market?
No. This is a different thing that I'm very excited when somebody figures it out. So with a 21, as you hear this mention of an island, you recollect to a book that you've read on very unlikely species of creatures that exist. You know there are two major places where grungs exist. One of them is in a jungle deep to the east, along one of the coasts. You also, even though it isn't well documented, you had heard that during the Great War, some of the grungs to the west, or these frog creatures, had migrated and fled to avoid the conflict and getting involved in the war. They had crossed the Great Sea and were never heard of again.
So when they think to the east, you mean like to the east of the wall even? Or
Right.
just like on the... Okay. Huh.
So, Evan, you can say a little bit as well about where Lacotte came from, if you would like, to the east. Otherwise, we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't know if I ever asked you about the geography that I traversed, but
You can make it up. You can choose.
yeah, I'm
seriously.
gonna make some stuff up, and you tell me if I'm way off track.
Nope.
But,
Whatever you say is canon.
so, oh boy, I should have thought about this more. I didn't think it mattered.
If you don't want to now, post it later as well.
Yeah,
From the celestial realm.
I
Traveled many planes to get here.
quick. I can add some more details in a write-up, but quick summary of where I would go with it is, I am an Eastern grung, and so I have left my community because I feel that I am placed below my station as a green-skinned grung. I am a leader of grung and should be ascended to a higher caste in my group. I am an able warrior, and I have come here to bring riches and slay foes to gain recognition and return to my community. While I was hitchhiking here, I learned my dozen or so words of the dry skins, and so yeah, I have minimal. That's where I know my culture so far is just from trying to hitchhike to White Wall because I heard there were riches to be made.
And you would know that there is this sort of weird natural hierarchy amongst grungs that's based on how the color that they are born with. You know that the green grungs are pretty low on the totem, regarding like the caste system of grungs.
I know
But
this.
there are rituals that can be done to change the if you prove yourself, you can be ascended to a higher caste through rituals to change your skin.
Yep. And it may, and some people may not even change like the color that they are, but their deeds are so great and so renowned that they ascend the caste system. They become sort of these urban legends of sorts. So as you are thinking about that and talking about that, Mark says, well, it appears that our business might be done here.
All right, I'll pay you 10 gold for a question.
Wait,
10
I don't
gold, maybe
think
20,
that
maybe 15,
makes
maybe
any
20.
sense. You say we're gonna die without this information, and you say you're out here to be an adventurer, but it just seems like you're taking advantage of people.
I don't understand what you mean by taking advantage of. Would you
We don't
not,
know stuff, and we're gonna die. You're telling us we're gonna die if we don't give you 10 gold, potentially.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I understand correctly, you are a believer of the moon goddess, correct?
Yeah?
So do you believe that life ends at this when you die?
No?
Oh, so then death is simply the beginning of another journey.
Ugh. That's one way to justify it, I guess.
You must understand, I've been around a very long time, and I've seen many people die and come back and die again. But their tales or legends live on, and maybe in their god's eyes, they live in a place of bliss. So yes, you may suffer, you may experience pain, but it is simply a pinprick in the tapestry of eternity.
And do you, Mr. IT, do you have a god?
You know, as long as I've been around, I don't know.
See, you search for valuable things. I believe the most valuable to be the soul. And I fear you've traded yours away. Just maybe some food for thought.
The problem with trading away a soul is that assumes that you have one to begin with.
We do.
All right, enough with this philosophy. Where I'm from, there's only one god, and his name is Death, and I don't want to die. So here's 10 gold. What do we need to know?
Death is a god. You are correct.
What do you need to know? And I don't know what you mean. Could you be more specific in your question?
All right. Explain to us what between here and the end of the bridge, in your estimation, is the most likely thing to kill us.
Now that is a question I can understand. You're about a day and a half away from the bridge. The bridge lies to the northeast. You will not find any trails. You must do the best that you can using the landmarks given as well as the sun above. Upon the day and a half, you will reach a cliffside. This cliffside overlooks a large lake or large river. You may think that this river is an ocean, but it is not. It is simply wider than one can imagine. And the reason it is called the Great Bridge is because it expands across the river. I have traveled across said bridge, and it takes days to go across. You will have to sleep on the bridge if you require such. You will not be able to make the journey in one day. However, before you do that, there have relatively recently been some lizard or dragon-like creatures that have occupied the entrance to the bridge. They are deciding to require a toll to cross. You must either pay the toll or somehow make it past them if you are going to cross or enter the bridge at all. Have I sufficiently answered your question?
Yes, I think that was very good.
How much was the toll?
What is the cost of the toll? Yeah.
Well, if I'm being honest, I don't pay the toll. I have a agreement or contract, if you will, that allows me to come and go as I please. You're not the only ones that I have dealings with.
Why is that so easy to believe?
If I pull, can I pull out the, or no? Can I ask him about the city that Jameson saw to see if the Jameson saw with all the smiling people to see if he's ever been there?
Ooh. Okay. All right. Yeah, okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Good question.
Great question.
Persuasion, huh?
13. As you describe this area, you're recounting what you had heard from Fritz, right?
Yeah, I didn't never go through. Oh, my chair just...
Yeah, so you're remembering this sort of pristine, clean town, and you're trying to recount it, and he looks at you and he says, "I know the place you speak of. I know its name. The legends call it Oraford. And for you guys, new players, it's Oraford, Oraford." He says,
One more time.
Oraford, Oraford. He says, "I do have business dealings with them. However, I have never set foot in the town. They send these creatures with beards of spikes. They bring me the items I request, or the monetary equivalent, and I give them what they ask as well. However, every time we meet in a different location, and I've heard rumors and tell of a demon or a devil, not a demon, I apologize, I misspoke, a devil that rules this land. I have neither met nor seen such a devil, but that is the word I hear."
Do they ever say a name for the devil?
"Only he who is perfect."
What do they ask you for in exchange for your business?
Oh, I apologize. I've been so caught up in the moment. That will be 20 gold, please. One for your friend's question and one
See,
for yours.
I was changing my mind about you for a second there. I was really gonna congratulate you on just being a decent person. Really.
And how much gold is that worth?
It's worth more than gold.
You like to do bargains.
Mm-hmm.
What are you selling?
Ooh, I can tell you some of the things I have. Are you looking to purchase?
You cut out there, Parker.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, my internet might be cutting out. Okay, cool. He says, "Oh, you're looking to purchase some things." Well,
Mhm.
I do have a couple things, and he, as you say that, the bag on his back bursts open, and in front of you is a vendor stand, and on top of it, it says Mark, and then I.T. And he says, "Well, what are you looking to purchase? I have," and he sort of like motions in front of himself, and as he motions onto the table that's in front of him, you see appear some sort of darts, a couple of like 3 bottles that appear to be filled with a sort of neon green liquid, a clam, and a pouch on it as well. And he says, "What are you looking to purchase?"
So you said there's like a clam with a pouch on it?
Mm-hmm. No, the clam and the pouch are 2 separate things.
Okay. I don't even know what's in front of me.
Well, Lacotte, finally jumps into action. Finally, something I can see instead of all these boring words that everyone's saying. And so I walk up to those darts and start checking those out. And,
As you go up and try to touch the darts, his hand reaches out and grabs your wrist.
great.
And as he grabs...
Constitution saving throw.
Exactly. As he grabs your wrist, he doesn't flinch.
No!
And you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
No.
Yeah. Taste your own medicine.
While I'm perusing his wares, I'm gonna ask him if he deals with Jeff with a G, if he knows Jeff with a G.
Okay. A 12.
You're
Okay.
getting charged by the question.
You see as he grabs you, you kind of look up and smile at him, and then he smiles even wider back at you, and you feel the whites of your eyes begin to grow and everything becomes blurry. But then you shake it off and you stand there, and he goes, No. And then he says in Grung, he says, "Look after, buy first."
Well, I'm a little surprised, to say the least. So he can understand me easily, then. I will just assume. I will in Grung respond. What do they do about the darts?
And he seems to ignore you and just smiles back at everybody.
Well, I don't like Mr. Mark, so...
What's the clam do?
Oh, you ask about the clam. This clam I found on the beaches of the great open watery expanse. Those who are worthy may be able to open this clam and find what is inside. I've done extensive research onto this, and what is inside is something of great power, of great worth. But you must purchase first to find out what truly lies within.
How is worthiness decided?
The way I value worthiness is by the amount of money that you're willing to offer.
Oh. Gotcha. I don't have money.
I'll offer 30 gold.
It seems as though you're just going to give me back my own money. Is that right?
Yeah. This is a fair trade. My wares are still alive.
That is true. Instead of 30, let's do 40, maybe 45, maybe 45, 45 gold.
Alright, here's your 45 gold.
Okay.
You're not very good at negotiating.
Yeah, he was accepting the 40.
Okay, you're given a clam. And that's given to you in exchange for 45 gold.
What's the sack do?
Ooh, the sack, you ask. Give me a... Let's do a perception check. Healbot, or Tankbot, you can give me a perception check. 11? Okay,
Yep.
so... you don't notice this bag is pretty indescript. He says... The bag inside, it's not the bag itself. You must understand it's what is inside of it. For adventurers like you, this bag would be priceless. For you see, within it might create a feast for not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 4, not 5, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 or more people inside.
That's all it does. I don't eat. I don't need food.
Well, then you are not my target audience. Why did
guess
you
not.
ask?
Oh, I didn't know what it was. You don't have any signs out here saying what they are.
I could eat your portion, Mr. Tank.
Sorry, so there's the darts, the clam, the bag. Was there anything else? I can't remember.
There was a couple of vials.
Green
of
bottles.
something. Yeah, neon green.
The vials, are those for drinking?
It's been... I will tell you, these vials, they come from... They have had a lot of time to age. Maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 3, maybe 1, maybe 200 years they have aged since the original battle took place between the dragons of old and the races of the humanoids. You see, I've found these bottles amongst the burial sites and graves of the dragons and the giants and the humanoids. I used to sell them to adventurers. However, it's been a long time since I've seen adventurers like yourselves. But these were a very hot-selling item. They make it so that when nighttime falls, you may drink, but you do not have to sleep.
I guess I'm not your target audience for that either. I don't sleep.
I'm also a very large fan.
This.
I'm a fan of sleep in general, so I'm okay with the balance that it provides in my life.
Well, what's a little extra knock to help provide more of that balance?
No, yeah, you got a point. Sounds pretty cool, but again, I don't have money, so I'm sure we'll cross paths at another time.
Says, well, are any of you looking to buy any of these things? Those of you that need these items. Otherwise, I will continue on my way.
I want to know more information about our friends.
Sorry, did he how much was he buying the cockatrices for?
But 2 for 100.
2 for 100.
Also, a better one than those two for 100. One page. I'm gonna be very sad to let one Pedro go though.
Better?
It's a
Better
better
cockatrice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and make a persuasion check. Says, oh.
Not bad.
Seems as though this one is a little more tame. Okay.
It's because it died and its mother died while holding it.
Ah, yes.
And it has those scars.
Broken its will at the beginning. That's the way to do it, I've always said. Well, 35, maybe 40, maybe 45, maybe 45, 35, 40 gold pieces for the tamer cockatrice.
That's less than you were buying one of the other ones for. I'll sell it for 70.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage. Says, no, you see... No, you see, my friend, I was only willing to give 30 gold for a single cockatrice before. You are getting a bargain at 40.
But it was 2 for 100. That's 50.
Your math is correct, however, if you continue arguing, I will simply not buy your cockatrice.
I don't need to sell a cockatrice in general. I was just curious.
Wonderful, then let's move on. Who else has something?
I want to know more about our friends.
What
in
would you like to know?
Oriford.
Tell me what you would like
want
to know.
Oh, yeah, did you work with Jeff? With a G?
Stop asking him questions.
Anybody who asks a question, that will be worth 10 gold, please, as well.
I want to know what they are up to. What their goal is. They seem to be pursuing some kind of a goal. They have a portal inside a cockatrice den where we found these birds.
10 gold, please.
You didn't
give
phrase
him-
the question.
Oh, that's correct. It was not a question.
Are you giving him the 10 gold?
Yes, I'm giving him the 10 gold.
Says, now you must understand, I'm only speaking from what I've heard.
Of course.
I promised I would give you as much as I could for your payment. I am nothing else. A man of my word when it comes to money. I have heard tales of adventurers who have been seeking or have tried to enter Oriford, but have never returned. In fact, all adventurers who go seeking the city never appear to come back from it.
We have yet to hear of a group of adventurers who has ever come back from anything.
True, however, I have heard tale of those who have entered Oriford, and they have seen adventurers of the past living there. And they appear to be happy, healthy, and wandering about as though nothing in the world is different. It seems as though when they enter this place, they may find a better life for them, and they choose to stay.
That's a nice story.
I have a question that's worth 10 gold, I feel like.
10 gold, please.
Alright, I'll give him the 10 gold. What is the... wait, how do I word this as one question? What is the commerce he does with them? Like, what does he sell them, and what do they buy from him?
Usually, what I buy from them are... they give me gems. You see, the other, less adventurous parties, or people of this area, specifically the dragon people, they don't deal with the coinage that you and I do. It's more of a functionality or beauty of certain things. For example, gems, or clothing, or weapons. Those are the things they ask for, and I will give them to them in return. I get gems that I can trade. I sometimes bring them different foods that they need. There's not... Some places don't have the agriculture that others do. Oriford, for example, has farms. Not many places out here have farms. So to be able to bring corn and crops, potatoes, to the dragon people, they seem to appreciate it, and I bring that to them in return for these weapons or gems or inventions that these dragon people come up with. Does that make sense?
Oriford is the dragon people?
No, I apologize. I misspoke. The dragon people are the people that lie to the entrance of the bridge. Oriford...
Oh, I thought you said they were lizard people.
Yes, lizard, dragon, tomato.
Okay.
The people of Oriford, I've only heard rumors that they seem to be adventurers, such as yourselves. He says, well, it is time that I must be going. This has been a pleasant and fruitful conversation.
As he packs up, I will, in Grung, ask him one more question, and I will say, away from my swamps, it is sometimes hard to keep water with me. Do you have anything that could help me do any magical items that could help me do that?
He turns to you and he smiles, a abnormally large smile.
I don't like Mark or his smile. I don't say that, but just saying, not saying.
He says, tell me, what would that be worth to you?
Currently, 134 gold.
Make a persuasion check at advantage.
I don't think I've tried to be persuasive because I don't know words. Let's see. I am not okay, I'm doing it. Roll D20. 15!
Roll one more time with advantage.
Oh, with advantage, sweet! Yeah!
Oh!
Wow.
He smiles even wider and he says, if you give me Ingrung, he replies and says, if you give me the gold, I promise I will get you something that will solve all of your water woes.
This will come later?
I promise it will come soon. Within the next day, you will have it.
Well, I mean, that sounds great to look at. Yeah, I mean, I'll do it. So
Okay.
I empty my pouch of gold into his hand.
Excellent. He takes it and he smiles at you and he says, well, this has truly been a pleasure. I am going to be on my way, for you see, time is money. I bid you all farewell, and I wish you all the best on your journeys, and if you meet your untimely end, I hope that I can get your stuff.
May the Moon Maiden watch over you until that happens.
And you see, just as fast as his pack unfolded, he snaps his fingers, and everything comes back into his pack, now on his back, and he begins to walk away from all of you.
Hopefully next time he has something better to buy.
All right.
I think he might be the devil that exists that he was telling us about.
I think you might be right. I did not like that gentleman.
Wait, when did he talk about a devil? I must have missed that.
Apparently that's who runs Well, I wanted to call it
Oh.
Oralonga because that's the place we've been.
He who is perfect.
In another campaign, once upon a time.
He who is perfect.
Okay, which what do you guys want to do? We got a little bit of more time. What do you want to do?
Sorry,
Back.
did he ever say what was on the other side of the bridge?
He did not.
Okay,
Mhm.
I just wasn't sure.
The Smoky Island, right? Or maybe
He
not.
said you had to cross a sea and a boiling strait to reach that.
Well,
We can
shall
keep
we
walking.
continue north?
Yeah, we still have our map.
Okay. Whoever's leading the way, give me a survival check with advantage.
I guess I still have the map, don't I?
It's up to you
Oh.
guys.
Nope.
7. Okay.
I'm gonna get us lost. Have fun with this.
So you all go throughout the day. You're heading in a direction. You notice, though, after about halfway through the day, you crest upon a hillside that is particularly taller than the others, and you notice that rather than going in a direction that you would think is north, you appear to have come closer to the edge of the forest to the east. It appears that you've been going more eastward than northward, at least compared to what you had previously seen. And it would take about a half day's journey to get you back on the path to go northward.
During this time at all, have we seen water anywhere?
Give me a survival check.
D&D Beyond decided, oh, that's not half bad.
16. You come across in one of the as the rolling thunder clouds begin to roll in, as you've gotten lost, the thunder and lightning begins to strike and the rain pours down upon you. You notice what appears to be a mud pit in one of the troughs of the valleys of the hills. You're not sure if this is going to be water, but it looks like somebody could dunk themselves in it and roll around, and it might hydrate to some extent. Oh, I lost Evan.
Crap. I'm still on Discord, but yeah, my computer was
No worries. I hit you.
randomly dying. You said I got distracted trying to. Dang it. You
It
said there's a
rained
mud
and
pit.
there's a mud puddle. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I think
I'd like.
it's good that we are off the path if this mud puddle can be good for you.
I give him a little head nod, like, of course, whatever you said is right, and I will, you know. Let's see, what words do I know? I will point and, yeah, I will point into the mud pit and say, "Look, Knott, rest."
I guess we can take a rest. Do you need like a short rest or a long rest? I got a game character talking here.
It's pretty much impossible to take a short rest out in the wild.
Gotcha. But he only has to like submerge himself for an hour, right? That's not quite a short rest even.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that easy.
Wasn't it only an hour? I don't remember. I don't know if he's still here.
I've never really explained it to you anyway, so.
That's true, because I wouldn't know anyways.
You could try to spend an hour rolling around in the mud, see if that works.
I would, as long as I'm asking the group, is it okay if Knott rest?
Yeah, go ahead and rest.
Yeah, Knott. Yeah.
Great, then I will take off my feather vest and headdress, because I don't want them to be, ruined by the mud.
Priorities, yeah.
I will just naked frog, jump in, go like, one of those hibernating toads that's like gonna bury themselves in a mud puddle, and try to fully submerge myself. And
Excellent.
Parker, do you need to roll anything to see if this works,
Nope,
or how
that's
are
fine.
you?
It'll work. However, I do wonder what the rest of you are doing as Lacotte begins to roll around in the mud, essentially.
Yeah, I will fully disappear under the mud, basically. So.
Like a mole.
I'd like to fiddle with the clam and see if I can get it to open.
Oh, gross, Ben.
Fiddle with the clam.
Fiddle with the clam.
Just say masturbate, Ben. Just say it, okay?
I'm gonna pull out my cockatrice and play with it. Feed it.
Oh, no.
That's getting worse by the second. Okay.
I was
Well,
going to
physics,
help
man.
someone do something, but now I'm not going to.
Please don't. Please don't.
Nope.
It'll just get
I
worse.
can't say the words now.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can pet my cockatrice if you'd like.
No,
Nope.
don't do
Nope.
it. It's gross. All right. Ben, I'm going to add something to your inventory. You'll be able to see where it is. So as you kind of fiddle with this clam, you pull out your thieves' tools that you have, because even your dagger is too thick to fit in it. So you pull out your thieves' tools that has a thinner file to it, and you kind of pound it in and open, and the clam cracks open. And inside of it, unfortunate. Let's see if it appears on D&D Beyond. It does. Inside, you see a small, perfectly formed pearl within. And I've added to your inventory what that does. So, the rest of you, what would you like to do?
I just told you.
You're messing with the cockatrice?
I'm gonna pet my cockatrice
Okay, cool.
and feed it. I haven't fed it today.
Yeah, give me an animal handling check. 14? Cool.
Mhm.
It appears as though the cockatrice is getting used to the routine of waking up. Are you holding it the whole time, or are you putting it in your bag?
No, I had it in my backpack. Because I had to fight with my shield out.
It almost looks like it's getting used to the routine of going and sleeping in your bag, waking up, eating, and then going back to sleep. You notice as you pull it out this time, it's growing, it's kind of like naked and smooth almost. And you look, and it looks like there's some feathers growing off of it.
It's got feathers now. Sweet.
All right, Cal or Fritz, you doing anything?
Nope. I'm just giving everybody their own privacy, so I kind of go off and just sit on my own.
Cool.
Oh, can I retcon something from downtime, possibly?
Maybe.
I'm curious if you're a tinkerer, you can have materials for tinkering.
Yeah.
And I was just curious if anybody in town sells any that I could have bought during the break.
What are you looking to do?
It's really simple stuff. You can make a clockwork toy, a fire starter, or a music box.
Yeah, we'll deal with the cost of that later, but yeah, you can do that.
I have Tinker's tools for some reason, but I don't know where it says if I'm actually proficient with them or not.
It would be on the left under your.
Oh, just like under the tools and stuff? Okay, I am proficient with
Yeah.
Tinker's tools then. I don't know
Yeah,
if they
so
do
what
at
are
all.
you what are you trying to do, Fritz?
I would need 10 gold worth of tinkering supplies, and then I could spend the hour trying to make one of those three things.
Yeah, that's possible. That's totally possible. Just subtract the 10 gold and we can do that.
Okay. Yeah, so Fritz spends an hour making a little tiny music box.
Okay. Lacotte, give me a perception check while you roll around in the mud.
Okay. If you wouldn't mind rolling it, since I'm still powering back on the computer, but it's +3.
Okay, let me see if I can roll
You
this
said
next.
perception, right?
Yep. Okay,
I just go into.
+3 this roll. Oh, it's a nat 20!
Oh man, I'm
Can you
rolling
guys see
great.
that? Oh, wait.
No,
Oh,
you didn't see it, but we'll take your word for it.
Yeah, whatever. It was a 20. That's not what it was. You'll see in the recording, it was a 20, I promise.
What he showed us was a 4.
Yeah.
It was a 20, I swear.
Okay, so you get a 23. As you're rolling around, you hit something pretty hard. It feels like a rock, and as you grab out and reach for it, it looks like it goes deeper into the ground, further than just like a small pebble or stone, essentially.
And it's how deep? So is that as much information as I can glean, like reaching along the side of it or something? If I try to kind of dig or reach, I don't know how thick this mud is.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Sure, it's -1. I'm almost It decided
15.
to update while I was repowering up.
Perfect timing.
I know, right?
You got a 15. You recognize this as well. You know that it goes. This is very large. Like the.
Does it feel like obelisk-y, or like this is like it feels carved or something, and that's why this is intriguing to me?
It doesn't. It feels really smooth, but it doesn't feel carved. It kind of like is like it's bigger than your head. It's like twice as big as your head, and it kind of is like a giant watermelon that sort of wraps around and goes deeper into the ground.
Oh, but it's big and heavy,
and it rounds off at the edges.
And so I can't like fully wrap my arms around it. It's too big for that.
You could wrap your arms around it, but that would be like the extent of your grip.
Okay, is it time for? I would like to still relax in the water, but I would like to try to drag it out with me whenever I come out.
Cool. Make an strength athletics check.
I'm just logging in right now, so
I
can.
What's your plus?
Or you can. For athletics, it's +3.
14. Yeah, this thing is very embedded and stuck. You budget a little bit, but it's not going anywhere without any help.
Okay. Well, can I come out of the water? Have I fully recharged?
Yeah, we'll
or
see.
The mud?
You've reached the end of your hour. You feel pretty rested from
Cool.
The effects.
The
rain plus the mud.
I'd like to pull out the rope that's in my bag.
Okay.
Which I left to the side, I assume, with my vest and stuff. And kind of go back in and I'd like to tie the rope around this object if I can.
Cool. Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check for that. Or
Sleight of hand. I'm sorry,
or intelligence.
Intelligence. I don't think I'm good at that, but yeah. So we'll do sleight of hand, which is +3, and I'm just getting in. If you can see me. Oh no!
Okay.
I did it to myself.
You keep trying to tie this rope off, and it keeps slipping through the mud, and you're covered in mud. So none of the knots seem to be holding as you try to tie it off.
Well.
Do we notice him struggling with that?
Yeah, I think you would
Thanks.
probably
I was
notice.
hoping someone would say something
you
like
would
that.
notice at this point in time.
Well, so I'll like walk over,
It's
Trying to
just
put
a
my cockatrice
frog
back
covered
in
in mud, just wrestling with a rope.
my bag and ask if he needs help.
Should
Yeah.
somebody
yes.
help him? He is fine. He always does this.
I say, friend, strong. And so I gesture. This is the fun. This is why my camera was useful. Here we go. All right. So, and I point in the mud and say, look, look.
Uh,
And
I'll
then
like,
I
take my backpack
Oi!
off and I'll step
Yes.
into the mud and see if I can feel what he's.
Yeah, you're
Pointing
easily
at-
able to find it. You either both can make strength athletics checks, or one of you can do so with advantage.
I'll assist Caught because he's the one who found it,
Okay.
so he can make an advantage.
You
So
guys-
strength.
strength athletics. Yep.
All right. At advantage, going
Yep.
twice. 12, 14.
14. Okay, cool. You budge this thing upward. And all of you can see this now. It's not pulled out of the ground, but you get it like a foot out of the ground. And the top of it is like a giant sort of like a jackfruit, but smooth. But it's like 2 times the size of a jackfruit. And it sort of slopes around and begins to go like downward in a shaft, down into the ground. Those of you not pulling this thing out, I need you to make perception checks really quick. Oof. That's
Good
a
roll.
Yup.
That's a one.
Yup.
What have we
So
done?
Fritz and Eldon.
Perception.
Yep. Okay. So Eldon, as this is happening, you look up in the sky and you see 2 flying creatures kind of come and circle around you and do a couple of laps. They're coming from the north. And they circle around you a couple of times. And then they head back to the north.
Do they look like flying lizards?
With a 15, they're pretty far away. You know that they have wings. They're bigger than like birds, but you can't tell specifically what they are. They have arms and legs. You can tell that much.
Like, so I definitely noticed that we can get it out if we keep trying, right? Or do I feel like we're helping them that it's not going to happen just with us
really, really stuck in there, but you could spend a good amount of time probably trying to get it out.
Can I tell what material it is when we're trying to pull it out? Is it like metal?
Yeah, make a nature check.
Second. Let's see if I have any traits that help because it's metal and I am forged-ish stuff.
Brandon's crying in his bed. Just run Lecoq for a second. I'm gonna calm him down.
We're almost done. We're gonna finish up here real soon.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that helps with that, so I'll just do you said nature?
Yep.
Wow.
19. Well done. You recognize this substance.
It's actually, isn't it? Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, I think it's a natural 20 minus 1 for the 19.
Yep.
I have a weird thing as a DM.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't count nat 20s for ability checks because.
No, that's fine. I thought it was funny that it still had the green box on it.
Yeah, very nice. So you got a 19. You recognize this is bone. As you're pulling it out. You recognize it as it's a very oddly light but sturdy bone that you're pulling out of the ground.
I'll tell everyone else I think this is a bone.
And as you do so, that is where we will end tonight's session.
What? That's where we'll end tonight? Nice.
It's a giant bone.
I think this is a bone.
Okay, very nice. Well done.
Interesting.
Yeah. Sorry we didn't get to the treasure, but you got a decent amount of...
Sounds like it's going to be way more involved than we anticipated.
You mean treasure isn't just go there, get the treasure, and leave?
Yeah, this wasn't like, a little footbridge we could just look under, apparently, so...
I was gonna say, yeah. So the bridge that we have, like the map of, is that this long bridge that Mark was talking about?
That's a good question. I guess you'll find out.
I think that seemed like that was the case.
Yeah, that's what I interpreted it.
The picture doesn't show the bridge being that long.
Well, I mean, to scale as small as our, like, what's that word? But like,
Yeah.
it kind of looks like
This
the-
green map
you
is
know,
bigger.
Yeah.
than the
if it
blue
takes
map.
2 days to get to the bridge, then like it's equal distance to get across the bridge. So I get it now.
You mean
So-
the people that drew the treasure map didn't have a scaling chart? Whoa, man, what?
You said we're down by the trees, kind of, or like down this way?
Yeah, you're more east than you thought you were going to be when you were originally traveling.
Which way is north on this map?
Up,
That's west, right?
up is north.
Oh, okay. So we're like back this way? What is this? Is this blue line a river?
I think the blue line is just the way we were trying to go.
Yeah, your path.
Oh, but so if we're more east than that, it's like we're more like kind of towards the chickens? Or are we not that far east?
Oh, I apologize. My directions are all confused. You were more west than you thought you were. That was my fault.
Okay.
You have been saying that a lot, like you say
so
we're
sorry.
west or something, and then you ping, and I'm like, I am okay.
I'm so sorry.
But no, I think we pretty much get the
No,
idea.
and that was my fault
No.
100%. I apologize.
How did were you looking at like a mirror? How did your directions
Nope,
get
I
flipped?
had a moment of dyslexia and just got super confused.
And it lasted. You just, you thought it once, and you're like, yeah, that's for sure east. So you just
Yeah.
kept saying it.
I like every time I think of east and west, I have to like spell we and remember W's on the left.
I'm sorry, guys. That was my fault. I apologize. Yeah, you're more to
No,
the west. That was totally.
It's
my
fine. Like I
fault.
said, I just wanted to make sure I understood what was going on.
Yeah. Also, was
And
I
then quick-
was I echoing this whole time?
No.
I turned your volume down on.
Oh, good, okay.
On roll
Yeah,
20.
I just
Same.
mute everybody
Same.
on roll 20.
Okay.
Quick question about like that hour. That doesn't count as a like short rest for healing purposes, right? We've got to do a
Correct.
long rest night that counts as a short rest.
Correct. 8 hours out in the wild is a short rest.
But
But
once
at
we're in
this
a
point-
dungeon, then resting is normal, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And
At this
I will,
point, Parker, are you beaming us back to Whitewall, though?
yeah, probably beam you back at this point in time.
So hold on to the bone when we get beamed back. Can I take it with me?
No.
Kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess just some quick feedback from you guys tonight. Was there anything that you particularly enjoyed or did not enjoy about tonight's session?
The only thing I want to know is where I can mark the bone on this map at in case we want to go back.
Mark it where you think it is.
Well,
Yeah, Parker likes being like that.
Yeah.
Well,
this
I'm
is-
just-
This is your map.
it's about like right here.
I will say that it's been about
I was
two-
going to say around.
Right
like
here?
2 days journey to go to the bone. So, and
you
we're
said-
marking the squares at about a day right now.
Half day?
Let's say day for right now, and then we can shorten it if we need.
So it's like right like here.
Yeah, I would say that's pretty close.
I don't know how to draw though. So somebody who want to draw bone there for me, please.
There's a little brush icon up in the top left.
Oh, I see it now. Okay. They don't have a bone shape though, so I'm in trouble.
So just real quick, was there anything you guys liked about tonight or did not enjoy?
I didn't like Mark. He seemed annoing.
Mark.
I'm kidding.
I
He seemed
don't like Mark, but no, Cal does not like Mark, but I do like Mark.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, I think Mark. I wish that I'd asked him, but I don't know how I'd communicate it to the group. Just like how we find Mark, or if it's just happenstance.
I thought about that too after he left. I'm like, I should have asked that, but I didn't want to pay him another 10 gold.
Also,
Yeah.
also, we should have asked about what the landmarks are. So that
Like
we're doing
others, yeah.
That's just
And
him trying to get more gold.
You're not
But
wrong.
I
You're
think-
not wrong.
I think Mark is a cool thing, and I like that. Even though we didn't get to what we were trying to get to, I think you knew that, and you you helped us find interesting things along the way that we're going to be able to look into again.
Yeah, I do.
So we're gonna get beamed back to town. Can we beam back to the bone later? Or
I don't know. I'll
I
think
think
about it.
we-
I'll think about it. That's a good
we-
question.
Parker, you did say like the more we travel certain areas, the less likely we will be to get lost. So I feel like that's maybe the only thing is that re-traveling out to where we want to go can be hard, but we've never gone the same route very many times, so I can see how it's still like new brain.
Yeah, so I'm saying like and I said this last time, like the first time you travel somewhere, it's gonna take survival checks. The next time I would say with advantage, but because you have a map, you'll probably be able to get there really quick. So if you want to go there again, it'll probably just be a really short like, okay, let's go, let's do some watch, nighttime watch. And then which way do you want to go? Survival check,
I'm
Yeah, I
interested to
guess
see
at
what
some
Lookout's
point
gonna
it's
get.
our own fault that we keep chasing unicorns and random stuff.
I am
This is
always
where we want.
happy when you chase the unicorn. That's great.
I like getting to know everybody's characters. They're fun. So it'll be a funny group, for sure.
I'm happy and sad that this was your first session with Lacotte because Lacotte has had some great moments. Like just some I kind of made this weird mechanic, and Evan's doing a really good job that he can learn he knows 20 words of common, and he can learn 5 words a day.
Nice.
I've been learning 2 per mission that we go on, so I've been keeping it. I kind of like that restriction, and I hope it's not annoying to you guys.
Oh, it's fun.
I love it.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
That's
In
cool.
fact, like Sean was posting, I could theoretically just learn a spell that would let me understand Lacotte, but I'd rather not.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you more, Parker, about what this. I'm kind of having buyer's remorse, this water. I kind of like the water challenge, but if we also going to have several day treks across dry spells.
Yeah. Well, I have in my notes now that you've made a deal with Mark. I'm
Deal
trying
with
to
the devil.
Yeah.
Well, there's no
Yeah,
guarantee that what he says is really actually going to fix your problem or not. That's just what he said, but he could be lying and steal your gold.
That's true. That's true. And I just, I'll talk to you because I kind of Lacotte has enough weirdly extra powerful things just bonus poison damage from that no one else gets. So I don't mind having challenges to counterbalance that.
Well, I promise you this. You will get something to deal with your water problem. I will not promise you that it will be perfect. So,
that it will be. Sorry, you cut out for a second. That it will be what?
perfect.
Oh, okay, cool.
It will be a
I'm happy
solution.
to.
I don't know if it will be a perfect solution.
Awesome.
Um,
I'm glad that you guys are liking Lacotte because I think Parker was nervous at first, and I was a little bit too. That this would just be.
yeah,
I don't
'cause
know,
you're-
it would
you're
derail
playing- you're
things
playing
too much, or-
an Unearthed Arcana race, which I was really nervous about approving, but I'm honestly grateful we're doing it, if I'm being truthful. Was there anybody else that I needed? I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I added Eldon's thing that you bought.
Hurl.
Was there anything else for any of you guys that I need to remember or
I didn't buy anything.
something to keep track of?
Does anybody in our party have high charisma?
Nope.
Haven't you been charmed by Lacotte multiple times?
I don't understand Lacotte, so no.
Lacotte
No,
is
I
the
think I have
epitome
very
of
low
charisma.
I think we all have low charisma. It's great.
I feel like charisma's the only attribute that I just would not feel comfortable giving myself a high score on because I wouldn't be able to live up to it.
Well, you can always explain what your character does, and I would interpret that however, you know.
True.
But that being said, you haven't had a lot of chance to role play. This is the first like role playing night, honestly.
Really?
That's kind of true. Yeah, seeing, Eldon is, he's definitely a in it for the paycheck kind of guy, and
Mhm.
Most conversations you've had until now have led to fights, so
I say, yeah, looking
Yeah.
at like the character list under the West Marches, the Warlock's probably the only one with any charisma. I gotta get my buddy to come play with us. He's been slacking.
well, if I forgot anything and if you wanted to do anything in the downtime, let me know. But thank you guys. I had a lot of fun. Thanks.
But yeah, we still gotta talk about scrap metal.
Oh yeah, please message me anything because I will forget. So let me know.
thanks
Cool,
for the
thank-
prep. work,
thanks, Parker.
Yeah, thanks.
That
Yeah,
was
good session.
Thanks,
That
everyone. I'll
was fun.
talk to y'all later.
Talk to it.
Night,
Nobody
everybody.
died.
Goodbye.
All right.